Ladies and gentlemen, I have been inundated over the last 12 months with amazing, just incredible footage from TikTok of the most insane human beings that have ever lived. And I thought, what better thing to do from me to you as a person of the people, the people's champ, than to give you all a compilation for the century of the most insane, unbelievable, ridiculous human beings on TikTok from all of the fantastic woke TikTok videos that I made this year. And yes, I call my own videos fantastic. That's how much of a piece of shit I am. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, all of these were sent to me from good people like you. So I appreciate your support. And without any further ado, let's have a look at some people that we can look at and go, wow, I am much better than that person. Much better.
Today I'm going to show you how to use lore, Lorax pronouns in sentences. Lore has a strong sense of self and is confident in Lorax self.
What the fuck is a Lorax?
Lorax is proud of Lore's self and all of the accomplishments Lorax has achieved, and Lore is not afraid to show it. And I know you might be thinking,
you don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, fuck me dead. I wish Vladimir Putin would shove a nuclear missile up my ass and fucking incinerate me. What are you talking about?
this person right here, super crazy.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was thinking something like that.
No, I just like to validate other people and make people feel comfortable with being themselves.
I'm off validating people. All right? I'm sick of validating fucking Gen Z people too. Shut up. This is what you've never been told in your life. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. This is the worst thing about social media. Idiots like fucking Lorax over here gets a voice. Shut the fuck up.
And don't forget that neo-pronoun users are people.
Okay, so neo-pronouns. Neo-pronouns are a category of new, which means neo-pronouns that are increasingly used in place of she, he, or they. Z, zum, zer, z, ziz. Fuck off. What are some cool neo-pronouns? A, is, fe, fierce, furs, knee, nims, nerves. Sounds like I'm having a fucking fit. Okay, go on, please.
Why would someone want to use Lorax pronouns? Well, maybe the Lorax, which is a character from a Dr. Seuss book, is that person's comfort character.
What's your comfort character? Get some Lexapro.
Lorax is very compassionate and has a lot of love that they want to give. And let's not forget that pronouns are honestly just words, and every word is just made up.
Yeah, which is why I want everyone to start calling me Cumshot Millionaire. That's my new name, bros. And if you don't respect me, you should be locked up.
There's no harm in trying to help someone feel validated and feel comfortable, as long as the validation is not something that's harmful to other people, it's not something that's killing other people, it's not something that's destroying other people's lives.
Yeah, sure, it's not going to hurt me. Fine. But there's lots of things that won't hurt me that I don't do because I don't want to. Like sucking dicks. I don't think that sucking dicks is going to hurt me, but I don't do it because I don't want to. And for the same reason, I shan't be calling you Z-Zim-Zer, all right? Shove your Z-Zim-Zer up your date.
I am white before I am queer.
I am white before I am queer. Okay.
Yep.
Who is this bloke and why is his t-shirt see-through?
I talked about this last year when I had maybe 5% of the followers that I have now, so let me talk about it again.
My
I'm
God,
a gay man,
wow.
right?
No shit.
Do I face hardships and injustices because I am gay? Absolutely.
Like what, mate? I'm sick of this. This is what this generation does. They all play the fucking victim. Why are you oppressed? What is happening? What rights do you not have that everyone else has? All right? If you're going to say that, you have to at least list them.
Is that valid? Yes. Am I still white first? I am. And let me tell you why.
I know what they're going to say here. They're going to be like, I'm still white, so I don't get oppressed as much, so it's not as hard for me as other queer people. But it does sort of sound like they're saying, I'm still white though, I'm white. It's some white pride shit. That's what it smells like at the start here, mate. So I hope you clear it up.
I knew I was white before I knew I was gay.
What?
Other people knew I was white before they knew I was gay.
Dude, your gayness is flaming. It is screaming from the rooftops. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, it's screaming, flaming.
So I have been treated as a white person, specifically a white man, longer than I have been treated as a gay man, okay?
What is your fucking point, mate?
And even though I am visibly queer, this is still the first thing you see.
Can I just say, There are more important things happening in the world than your skin color and what your sexuality is. Fucking get over it.
When an officer pulls me over, they see this first. They don't see this. So I absolutely have valid struggles as a gay man, of course, and I will fight to fix them my entire life. But I need to remember I'm white first, and I have.
What are your struggles? I just wish you would list your
I
struggles,
have
please.
white privilege first.
Okay, you got white privilege. Congratulations.
Put me off, mate.
Put me off, man. Is this a song?
You're texting for a bit.
These chicks with these fucking haircuts, I imagine this is going to be a positive song about men.
We hit it off. You were funny. I liked you. You came back to my place.
Great song, by the way. This is right up there with Stairway to Heaven.
You stayed over, and the next morning we chilled and watched Drag Race.
Fuck yeah.
But then,
Second date, what happened? He pulled his cock out and it was too big.
He handed me the hammer.
Handed me the hammer.
The nail onto the wood.
My God, she's...
That nail firmly into the coffin.
What have you done?
But you left out the shush. You shushed me in the cinema. He shushed me in the cinema. You do not shush me in the cinema.
Shit. This is Gen Z. And I know this video might seem ridiculous. Why am I having a crack at Gen Z? I've had some experiences over the last few months where I've dealt with people of that age group and I fucking want to rip my hair that is remaining out. It does my head in. These people are so entitled and they are just... I cannot deal with them. I've spoken to other people my age and older who have employed these type of people and they just go, I cannot deal with them. I had electricians at my house this morning. They said, oh, we had to let an apprentice go last week. He was a Gen Z, he was a piece of shit. I said, I fucking know, right? And yeah, you don't take too kindly to being shushed in the cinema. Grow the fuck up. Oh, and it's this shit. This is what Gen Z does. Throws fucking soup on a nice painting.
What's worth more, art or life?
None of your business. Shut up.
Is it worth more than food?
I don't know, didn't you just throw food on the painting?
Worth more than justice?
Justice.
Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting?
These Just Stop Oil pieces of shit are the most painful people of all time. Did you see the chick who threw glitter at that wedding the other week? If you had done that at my wedding to protest something, I probably would have fucking self-combusted. Weddings are stressful events, and then you turn up trying to stop oil with all your fucking magical glitter. Turn up with an idea of how to move away from oil. Don't just turn up with glitter and paint and glue yourself to shit, you fucking idiots.
I'm sorry, I disagree. When the Taliban can use our social media, but an ex-president can't, there is something wrong with that.
That is a very fair point. He's talking about Donald Trump, right? I know a lot of people don't like Donald Trump, and most of them, if you ask them why they don't like Donald Trump, they go, no, I don't know, I just don't like him. But there's something else happening in this video. Look at how this is done. There are captions on the screen. There are people talking on the screen, all to get your attention and keep you there, keep the Gen Zs fucking watching on TikTok. And then there's a fucking car going down some ramps. That's how much you fucking people suck. You can't even watch a video without watching a fucking another video while words pop up on the screen so you can hear it and read it and see it and watch a video at the same time. You people make me fucking sick. Let's continue with the video.
Did the Taliban violate community guidelines?
Doesn't matter.
I think it matters.
Did the Taliban violate community guidelines? They behead people, you Generation Z fucking... Hey. This is literally what happens on Twitter in real life. People screaming about he, she, he, she. This is what this argument's about. Someone saying the wrong pronoun. That is ridiculous. Let's go to the comment section because there's a very funny comment right there. This is from HireLink5 saying he more times than Michael Jackson did. Hilarious. Bring back bullying. I fucking agree. So this lady isn't Generation Z, or if she is, it must be a harsh wind around her joint. This is this attitude, right? Like, obviously this is a very overweight lady. Like, that doesn't make her a bad person. The issue I take with it isn't so much that she's parading around her big fat guts. It's what she says in her caption. I'm so over Photoshop. I'm so over filters and the constant pressure to look perfect. What is perfect anyway? Well, it's not that. It's not that. And this, she might not be a Gen Z person, but she has a Gen Z attitude where everyone else must change and I'm perfect and you have to find me attractive, etc., etc., etc. Fuck you to the moon. Trans girl experiences her first intense period. Surely this is not real.
I swear to God, if anyone says welcome to womanhood, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Why are you the way that you are?
Mate. Doesn't even need to be said. Doesn't even need to be said. You can't have periods!
It's honestly so rogue that 100 years ago, 14-year-olds would lie about their age so they could fight and die on foreign soil halfway across the world in a war they knew nothing about. And like now, people will be in their mid-20s and will only make a reservation at a restaurant if it's got an online booking system because they get too anxious about having to call up to reserve a table. Wild.
This is Jack Tosel. I actually really like Jack. He's a good guy. You should follow him on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. He's spot on. 100 years ago, the generation that was the youth back then was going to war, dying and fighting alongside each other, and the ladies back at home were looking after everything else, running the factories, all that shit. But now the teenagers and the young adults who are finishing school and going into the workforce, the people who were the age of the people who went to fight in the First World War, are the most feeble-minded, weak, insignificant human beings that have ever lived. And that doesn't mean that you have to be, if you are one of these people, you can be an outlier. You really can. But it seems to me that this is an attitude across that entire age group, that they are terrified of everything, they are absolutely frightened of offending each other, and they will do anything in their power to make their lives as comfortable and non-challenging as possible, and that is an easy way to make your life shit.
The metallic writing. I keep seeing so many tops with this metallic writing on it, and every time I'm like,
metallic. Fuck you, you fucking fuck.
Pull out with his chopstick, I cut him like he's ashamed. Japanese bitch.
There's actually a new ad for Pantene.
Imagine being trans and trying to go get your medication. I literally walk up there, the lady on the phone.
Why did you assume her gender?
She's like, oh, can I have your last name? And so I give it to her. She's like, oh, okay, I'll meet you out there and I'll give you your prescription, right? So I'm waiting and she comes out and then she says, oh, is this for? And then she says my dead name. And I'm like, my name is Rylan.
Your dead name is what you were named before you were trans.
And then she puts the medication on the table and shuts the door and locks it behind her.
Fuck, she's locked you out. It's very sad. Like, these people are obviously struggling.
Every fucking day.
But mate, if that's what's breaking your little heart, like, your life is going to be tough. You need to develop a little bit of toughness in your life. Like, things aren't always easy. And either it's life that's going to break you, or you need to break through it. And with this attitude, the Gen Z attitude, it'll be you who breaks.
I don't talk to my family.
Why not?
They're irrelevant.
They're irrelevant?
None of them have followers. If they got followers or got rich, I'd probably talk to them again.
Hang on a minute. Did you just say I don't talk to my family?
Fucking Gen Z. All right, last one.
Being on time is white supremacy because what are they always on time to do? Oppress.
She's not wrong.
She is wrong. Sometimes I'm on time to go to the gym or go out to dinner. Not oppress.
She's not wrong. She's actually 100% right.
No. Your 100% is incorrect. Oh, I've seen this clip a lot.
It's no longer 1937.
This is the ladies from the new Snow White that have given the seven dwarves the flick. No fucking dwarves will be appearing in this film, talking about what they've done to change this movie.
And we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Well, why don't you just make a new movie and not call it Snow White? It's like making we're going to make a new Saving Private Ryan. But it's not about war. We're not going to make this about war. It's about duck hunting.
And the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
Ugh, God, put a fucking bullet in me.
I don't normally ask for pronouns
God.
on the podcast, but in this case, I thought I would respect your desires.
Yeah. Thank you for respecting my preferred pronouns, Dinesh. I'm actually gender fluid.
I think it's nice to respect people's preferred pronouns, particularly if they are transgender. I think it's the nice thing to do. But don't come at me with the gender fluid stuff. How hard is it to just decide to be something? People do it all the time. I'm gay. I'm straight. Just pick one, all right? You don't see gay people going, nah, I'm a little bit straight. Well, you do. They're bi. I don't know. If you're sucking dicks, I think you're gay. In the same vein that if you're trans, then you're trans. Don't be gender fluid. Don't. It just confuses the fuck out of people. And people don't take you seriously.
And so I wear scrunchies around my wrists so that you can understand which pronoun I'm going by for the day.
Why are we
I know
interviewing
how
this
you
person?
right-wingers don't know how to respect pronouns.
Was that right-wingers or right-ringers? Like that Johnny Knoxville film, The Ringer.
So on pink days, I go by she, her. On white days, I go by they, them. Blue days, I go by he, him. And a very special red scrunchie is when I do the neo-pronoun dragon self.
I, Isaac Butterfield, comedian, great guy, am very sorry, but this is a person that may or may not have, and I'm saying that to, respect the YouTube gods, may or may not have, I'm going to save what I'm about to say for Patreon. Are they fucking serious? If you want to find out what I just said, it was very mean, on Patreon, $5 a month. You get all the videos nice and early, ad-free.
And that's usually during my menstrual cycle. It doesn't come out very often.
Hang on. You're a dragon during your menstrual cycle, and if you're having a menstrual cycle, that means you're a woman. Mate, as I fucking said before, also, never trust ladies with curly hair. It's just disgusting.
And you actually lucked out today. I'm going by she, her. That could change by the minute, by the day, by the hour.
This is what ruins it for everybody else. Because if you were a trans lady and you wanted to be called she, her, and you look like a lady, I'd go, okay, cool. It'd be weird if I called you a dude, right? But this shit, like if you were a transgender person, you should look at this and go, can you fucking not? Can you not do that? All right, are you gay or trans?
You could be both. I'm both, actually. I am a trans woman and I have a cisgender girlfriend.
I tell you what, for a woman, you have a lot of bush on your face. I just don't, I don't know. I don't get it. I know I'm not either of these things, gay or trans, but I just feel like, wouldn't you want to just pick something and then just do it and then go on with your life? Like, aren't there more important things to worry about than what you are in that particular moment, whether you're gay or trans? How can you be gay and trans? I don't know. I don't know.
We are in a lesbian relationship and we absolutely love each other.
Is there a dick involved? If there's a dick involved, an actual fleshy dick involved, someone's telling porkies. Someone's telling porkies, all right? Huh?
She says she supports me 100% and we're going to get married soon.
Beautiful. I hope you enjoy yourself, but just pick one.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Leslie, and my pronouns are they, them.
Looks like Sesame Street if it was set in San Francisco.
And I'm Ray. My pronouns are also they, them.
Why do they always have that haircut? Like, what part of being trans or a lesbian do you go, I need to stick my hair up, is it just all the fucking moisture from all the vaginas that you've been touching in your hair and it just sort of goes up? Is that what's happening here?
And what are we celebrating this week, Ray? It is Non-Binary Awareness Week.
Why do we need a non-binary awareness week? We are all very fucking aware. We are so aware. We are super aware.
And what does that mean? Well, that means if you don't feel like a boy in your heart, or a girl in your heart, or if you feel like neither, or both.
You have too much time in your hands. Get a job.
You are seen, you are loved, and you are supported no matter what.
You are seen and you are loved and you are supported. I'm just saying you're putting too much time into all this shit. You'd be much happier if you just either accepted who you are and moved on and put some time into something else.
That's right. We love you for who you are, no matter what you might look like on the outside.
There's this idea that everyone deserves love, and not everyone deserves love. Some people are fucking stupid. Just remember that.
We know who you are on the inside.
How do you know who I am on the inside? I could be a monster. I probably am.
And to all of our friends who might not be non-binary, how can we help them support our non-binary friends? Well, you can always make sure you're using the right pronouns because you want to respect your friends.
Yes, you do. You want to make sure if they are a dragon or a dragonaire that you are respecting them.
Well, what if somebody accidentally calls me the wrong pronoun?
Kill him!
And you're with me. What would you do?
Kill him!
Oh, I would simply say...
You're dead!
Oh, excuse me, I see that you said she, but Leslie goes by they.
I'd never had to face that in real life, but I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably be nice and just talk shit about them behind their back. Let's move on.
I need to install the chandelier, but I don't love being alone with traditional handymen. So I called Berlin's non-traditional handiworkers. The Driller Queens are 90% women, trans, and non-binary. We want all customers to feel safe with the person coming into their home.
The Driller Queens. I imagine if they were, if they were 90% lesbian, then the Driller Queens would make sense, with the drilling of the dillies. But yeah, okay. Why the fuck would you ring them? That is the last group of people I would ring to drill something into my ceiling.
And to provide jobs for diverse craftspeople in this male-dominated field.
The reason you're not getting jobs in that field is because you turn up and go, hey, what are you doing for non-binary people? And they go, mate, we're putting lights in. Nothing. We're not doing anything.
In the handyman industry, there is an almost complete lack of diversity, inclusivity, or anything like this.
Oh, God. That's all I have to say.
Also a problem for really talented people that want jobs in the industry.
If you're really talented, just go and get a job. Don't bring up your fucking what you get up to in your personal life.
Clearly not just men's work, so why still hire cis men?
You don't create inclusivity by excluding people. When we get everyone involved, we can literally take over the world.
Also, they do have cis men working for them. Is that the guy that turns up and fixes all the job that you fuck up? How's this for the first comment? Is this a skit?
Welcome to Sex, a book sold
I made a video on this book last week.
Whether you're an apprehensive 11-year-old.
Yeah, it said that this is for 11-year-olds up. And even the author actually said that this could be viewed and read by kids as young as 8.
Size matters, talking about
dick
penis
size. Very nice. Lots of dicks on that page.
Scissoring, complete with illustration.
So this was the most hilarious thing from this, I felt. It talked about a lot of different things, fingering and all that type of stuff. And if you want to watch the video, go and watch it. The thumbnail looks like this. The scissoring one was so fucking funny. Because not only, it's two, I can't show it on here. It's on Patreon if you want to see it. The scissoring, it shows two ladies, one with red hair, one with dark hair. But of course the lady with dark hair has to have dark skin. Okay, because you can't just have, you could never have two white people do it. Now, I know I sound like a fucking mad right-winger, right? I sound like a mad, crazy racist. Why aren't there two white people? No, it's not that I'm saying that there should be two white people do it. I'm just saying you are only doing it because you want to appear that you are some crazy, diverse, progressive fucking group. When you're not. You're doing it deliberately. Not that you actually care, you're doing it because you want to appear woke. And I can tell you want to appear woke because the lady who happens to have dark skin also has back fat rolls. Not that there's anything wrong with having back fat rolls. I'm just saying you're only doing it because you want to appear how fucking woke you are. And I know that because of this as well. The lady with dark skin has one arm. So she's running around not only fucking scissoring, but she's nubbing around as well. And in the video I made about it, I did mention that it's important not to run with scissors because you might lose an arm. It was very funny. You should go watch it.
The lowdown on anal sex.
The lowdown on anal sex. Everyone has an anus.
So I've noticed a trend where a lot of women are showing their labia minora.
Is this a trend of ladies showing their labia? What is a labia minora? And don't come at me for I don't know what a labia minora is. Do you know what what parts of penis is called? Let's figure out what a labia minora is first. The outer folds. Okay. Penis, parts, named. Shaft, base, glands, and foreskin. Oh, well, if you're mad at me for not knowing what a labia minora is, well, what's the corpus cavernosum, you bitch? It's the erectile tissue. Or no, is it the connective tissue? It's some tissue, and you better learn it, or you're a bigot.
Like hanging down in a see-through dress.
What are we talking about here? There's a trend happening where women are showing off their labia minoras, through their dresses.
Whenever I see this, I only see positive comments from men.
Really? Because if I saw your hanging labia majoras through your dress, you know what I'd say? I'd say, oi, I feel like a bit of kite surfing. Let me have a swing on that.
And it's really funny because I think that this whole idea that the labia minora shouldn't stick out.
I think if you've got a pussy that sticks out, you should probably be like sentenced to life in prison. That's disgusting.
Is a fake beauty standard pushed for profit by female genital cosmetic surgeons, right? I also think that it stems from cultural suppression of female sexuality. right? So prominent labia minora and prominent clitorises have been considered.
Okay, but what if you do have a natural innie of a vagina, a clean looking one? And I'm sorry if you've got an outie, if you've got one that looks like someone, you know when you buy beef and black bean from a Chinese restaurant and it gets a bit chewy, or any type of meat and you chew it up for a while? If your vag looks like chewed up tough meat, don't get me wrong, dudes will fuck it, all right? Dudes would fuck wet sand. It's not saying that we enjoy it, it's just we get it done because we know we need to do it. Point being, if you've got a fucked vag, shut up.
So I just got yelled at for asking a very reasonable question. So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time, you know? And then the person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else.
Go back.
For people who struggle with time blindness and being on time, you know.
Struggle with timelines and being on time. You mean you struggle, you're late or you're, what?
And then the person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else, and then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist, and if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, provided you're trying your absolute best to be there.
Just be on time, idiot.
And then they're like, your stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace.
I hate Gen Z. It's been very... I've made it very clear on this channel. You fucking not welcome. Fuck off.
And yeah, I think that
just
a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time, when there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that, yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled.
Stop dismantling things, all right? I'm not even going to try and explain this. Just get to work on time. Then you'll have a job. Okay, I've just seen what this video is, and it's called Graffiti Tagging Karen Style. It's got no sound, let's just watch it. So here's a lady, she's pulled a breast out. I can see full titty, and she just squirted breast milk on this man's car. Or I assume it's a man. What the fuck is wrong with people? Transphobia on the road to she. This is like some fucking Dylan Mulvaney shit. Transphobia is colonial and white supremacist. Looking forward to hearing this.
I'm not here to tell anybody how to think or what opinions they should have, but I think we should call a spade a spade.
Should we call a man a man?
Trans is mental illness, an abomination.
Transgenderism is not an abomination at all. No, not at all. People have been trans for a long time.
Own up to the fact that that way of thinking is colonial and white supremacist.
Why is it colonial and white supremacist? It's a lot of things. It's mean, but why is it colonial and white supremacist?
Because if you're going to say that to me, you need to be prepared to say that same thing to all of the indigenous societies all over the world who have more than two genders. I think if you were to do that...
I'm happy to do that. There's not more than two genders.
The colonial and white supremacist nature of that way of thinking would be really, really clear.
Okay, sure.
Hey,
oh
Riley.
my god.
Mommy has a question for you.
This poor kid.
People keep asking, and so I thought maybe you could answer instead of Mom.
Ugh, that rat's tail. You should not be allowed to have children with a rat's tail like that. I agree with that kid.
Don't squeeze your foot then. Okay, so here's the question.
This is how you confuse children. This poor kid.
And are you ready?
This is the same as indoctrinating children into religion, in like extremist religion. This is the same thing.
Riley, are you a boy or a girl? Are you a girl or a boy?
Fucking hell. This is... Get fucking Department of Community Services, get whatever the American equivalent is of that involved in this shit. That is abuse.
Yes? What is Riley? What are you?
Riley's a baby, mate.
Yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
I can't even watch that. Fuck you. Alright, last one, ladies and gentlemen.
If you're cis, I want you to message the trans person in your life and ask them what is one thing that you can do to lighten their load this week.
Dear cis allies.
Shopping, folding laundry, doing dishes. Ask the trans people in your life if there's a task or something that you can...
You do it, you fucking lazy fuck.
...to help with the burden that we're carrying.
Who are you? Who are you? What are you talking about? You're just a person. I don't care if you're trans or bi or whatever you are, all right? I don't care if you're gender fluid. You can still do your groceries, you lazy fuck.
Because we're having to deal with all of this stuff right now, while having to deal with
God.
all of the life stuff that we
Fucking cry me a river. Shut your
life
legs.
stuff that we deal with is life stuff.
You can only man spread if you're a man.
Gender is like the inside filling of a donut. You can't tell what's on the inside just by looking at the outside. Let's take this jelly-filled donut.
I identify as a Boston cream, and don't you dare tell me otherwise.
Usually donuts that look like this are filled with raspberry jam, but it could be strawberry or rhubarb.
It could be cum.
Just don't know. The same logic applies to babies. You can't know a baby's gender until they're old.
I'm going to go back on what I said before. Jesus Christ.
You can't know a baby's gender until they're old enough to tell you themselves.
No, incorrect. That's absolutely incorrect. But to indoctrinate kids into that way of thinking is a bad thing. It is not a good thing. It's not a healthy thing. If they do find themselves to be trans when they're adults, fucking good on ya. Enjoy yourself. Be a Boston cream donut. Be whatever you want to be. Be a Krispy Kreme. I don't give a fuck. But I just don't think it's a good way to start off someone's life with confusion and not science. Like, you may as well bring them up to be fucking extremely religious.
Sure, you can make an educated guess, but why risk being wrong?
How are you wrong? Dick or no dick? Vagina.
This is exactly why gender reveal parties are so silly.
They're silly because it's another reason to have to buy some fucking pregnant couple another present. But it's not silly for the reason that you're going to say, because the child in the womb hasn't chosen its gender yet. That's ridiculous to believe that. That is silly right there.
It's like celebrating this chocolate donut for having vanilla cream filling when it could have banana pudding inside. In a perfect world,
no babies have banana pudding inside. At least not until they're ready to start solids. And I know that because my little man just started solids. It's very exciting. His poo now smells very bad. But here's the thing. A big portion of people genuinely believe what this person's saying. They genuinely believe that people should be brought up gender neutral until they choose their gender. And that just confuses kids. It just puts them in line to have a real tough life and a real tough upbringing. And I don't think it's helpful nor appropriate. So don't do it.
Time, you fucking
So they got the furry down. Look at this guy with a fuck. Hang on, go back. That man has a tail. Is that a butt plug? We don't know. I should do a video on furries on TikTok. What the fuck is going on? Why is that man screaming?
Touch them.
Imagine fighting where you're wearing a suit that looks like a cat. You're everything your parents didn't want you to be. I hope this person on the ground has a broken arm or something. The way they're screaming, it sounds like there's something seriously wrong, but I'm imagining there's not. Ladies and gentlemen, bring back masculine men.
To do the same if somebody uses multiple pronouns.
Multiple pronouns.
But then you might be asking,
why would you do
what
multiple?
pronoun do I use then? Do I just use the first one? Do I kind of pick and choose? Well, yes, to both of them. A lot of the time people will put their most preferred pronoun or their favourite pronoun at the start of the pronoun set, and typically you should use that one most.
Mate, if you've got a pronoun set, if you've got a set that you need people to read to understand how to talk to you, you have way too much time on your fucking hands. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Why are we so obsessed with gender? Why are we so obsessed with what people are calling us? Just give them your fucking name and get people to call you that. If you are trans, and this is the only people I think should be using pronouns, all right? If you're using pronouns and you're not trans, you are, like, there's a bloke called Ian Roberts, right? He's a footballer, played in Australia for a long time, big, tough, scary dude. And he has, I saw him post something on Twitter the other day, he has he, him in his bio. He, him. Let's just show a photo of he, him. No shit, Ian. No shit, you're a he, him. Anyway, if you are a trans person, just tell people your name, all right? And if you're a trans person and you use a name that can be used for both female and males and you want to confuse people, I don't know, pull your cock out. I don't know, I just think it's such a waste of everyone's time. You are putting so much energy into this. Why do it?
The same for everybody. So, to make sure that you affirm everybody,
fuck everybody,
use the pronouns interchangeably. So in one sentence, use the first pronoun, and in another sentence, use the second pronoun.
Or another option is that you use the different pronouns.
I haven't had enough coffee for this fucking video, my God. Slaps me like the wrong pronoun, it does.
So for example, you can say, oh, he's coming over tonight. They really like pizza, so they're going to join us.
He's coming over tonight. They really like pizza, so... What did she say?
Oh, he's coming over tonight. They really like pizza, so they're going to join us.
They really like pizza.
It's as simple as that.
That does sound simple, and I think people do use those words interchangeably. It's when you request that people call you a they, them, that anyone has an issue.
But if you really struggle with, putting both of those pronouns or multiple pronouns...
I think that's the only pronouns that people have an issue with is they, them. Because it's painful. It's not correct English. You're not a they, you're not a them. You're a he or a she. And you can pick whatever one you want. I don't give a shit. Just pick one.
Because somebody may use 3 or 4 pronouns.
3 or 4? Fuck! This is the way I look at life, right? So I make YouTube videos and I do stand-up, yeah? Okay. So I do 3 YouTube videos on the main channel. I do 2 on the second channel, Little Butt Smart. I do a podcast with my wife and I do a video with her as well. Not only fan stuff. Sorry about it. I'm sure you all wanted to see my fucking dirty ass. It's not dirty. It's just very hairy. Now, I also write stand-up, right? So I'm writing a brand new hour, something that I'm doing on the road here in New South Wales and Victoria over the next couple of weeks. Here's the dates. Go and come and see me live. And then I'm doing a world tour next year. I'm also writing a book at the same time. And I have a newborn son and a wife. I don't have time to be worried about pronouns. If you have pronouns as something that you are genuinely concerned about every day, you have too much time on your hands. Too much. Get another hobby and shut the fuck up.
Some straight men are attracted to trans women who haven't had bottom surgery.
Some straight men are attracted to trans women that haven't had bottom surgery. So some dudes see a trans woman and go, yeah, she looks nice, because some trans women really do look like women. But then they see a dick when they take the pants off. Now here's the question. Is that a homosexual thing to do? Is that a gay thing to do? Nothing wrong with being gay, but gay dudes love dicks, and that's great. Fucking chomp them down, fellas. But if you take a lady's pants off and she has a penis, that's not straight, mate. A penis in your mouth or in your ass is not straight. That's the rules of the jungle.
Trans women are women. They are female.
I'll call you a woman, but I'm not going to suck your female dick.
But it can also be from the waist down, and they can experience pleasure playing with that person from the waist down, but that act...
It's fine. If you're into that, do it, but it's not straight.
Act, again, doesn't indicate a sexual orientation. It indicates an attraction to the person.
You're attracted to cocks, mate. You might be gay.
To the woman, the trans woman. Actually, some of these men are attracted to gender fluidity in that the person exhibits both male and female body parts.
You're gay.
And that's attractive to them. Just like
you might be gay.
Some gay men are attracted to trans men who haven't had bottom surgery.
They might be bi.
That doesn't make them bi, it doesn't make them straight.
Well, I'm an idiot then.
And they shared something with me that literally made me cry. Dove informed me they're working with the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance.
That was cut off at the start, but it says Dove. Now, Dove is doing this big campaign about body positivity. I did a video on it last week about a young woman who was part of the Black Lives Matter movement who ruined someone's life by claiming that she basically committed a hate crime or thereabouts. And it was false. And Dove still picked her up because she's a fat chick. Nice. You can get away with anything if you're a fat chick.
Dove informed me they're working with the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance and
the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance.
The Fat Legal Advocacy Rights and
The Fat Legal
Education Project to pass legislation to end body size discrimination in cities and states all over the country.
What does that even mean? Does that mean you can't call someone a fatty McFuckface? Because you shouldn't do that, but you should be able to do that.
Legislation is our most powerful tool in the fight to end body size discrimination.
No. The most powerful tool in the fight to end body size discrimination is to work out what a calorie is and then eat less of them.
Which is why I am proudly joining the Campaign for Size Freedom.
I love that she has the little captions come up. She's proudly
body size discrimination, which is why I am proudly joining the Campaign for Size Freedom. And we need public support to pass legislation like this.
What legislation?
So there are two very important things you can do. The first is to go sign the petition at dove.com/sizefreedom, and the other is to share your story using the hashtag #CampaignForSizeFreedom and tagging Dove.
Okay, size freedom. Let's have a look. Dove, size freedom. Support the movement to end body size discrimination. Everyone deserves love and respect. Do they? Our research, body size discrimination. What is the research here? 84% of adults, 90% of women living in larger bodies, fat chicks, and 88% of girls aged 10 to 17 have at least been once shamed in their life because of their body. You may have also been discriminated against because of their body size, at least once, age 60, starts from a young age. What do you want here? But what do you want? You want to end the discrimination. What does that mean? Does that mean people need to stop looking at you when you're at the buffet and going, shit, should have got in front of them? There will be no more nuggets left. I have no idea what those people want. Let's move on to the next video. Oh, good. This is your reminder that fat bodies are valid, beautiful, sexy, attractive, gorgeous, and amazing, not negotiable. No, you're fucking gross. I don't care. Like, the polite thing to do here is go, yeah, you're beautiful. But maybe it's not time to do that anymore. Maybe it's time to be accurate. And I know people get upset. Like I had this whole thing go on Instagram. Check out my Instagram, at the Buttsman. I posted a video about one of these type of videos that I had done, a short, a minute clip, and people were so mad. They were like, "How dare you talk about women like this? You never talk about men and the body positivity community because there's none. There isn't any. No dude does this." I know this is a trans person. No dude does this and thinks to themselves, "Yeah, no, I really look good. Everyone should love me," because we're fucking normal. We're regular. We understand. We get up in the morning and go to work and we bust our fucking ass, some of us. We bust our fucking asses and then we get home and we go, shit, that was a long fucking day. Don't want to do it tomorrow. We don't have time to be prancing around next to your fucking mum's car with your very short haircut that looks like me. God, this person looks like me. Body as well. My body's not bad. It's not good. I'd never prance around in something like that. And this is why I always talk shit about this. I put on shirts sometimes that are way too small for me. Like, my wife and I bought the same shirt when we were in America, and I tried on her size accidentally. I thought it was mine. It was so tight, I looked fucking stupid, and if I had posted a video, people would have ridiculed me and said, you look ridiculous. That's not appropriate for your body. But if you're female, or in this case transgender, you expect people to go, yeah, no, that's gorgeous. Fuck off.
Hi, guess what? Guess what? It's time again time. It's time again for lunchtime with Adelaide time again time. So today you get to hear about lunchtime with Adelaide time again time.
I hope this person's autistic.
Today, I went to Taco Bell because I was craving it.
I don't think they are.
The other night when I went there, and it was good. I got a thing I usually get, and then I got different things I don't usually get. And it was okay. Kind of not that
Are we
good.
supposed to respect this? I could be wrong. There could be a disability involved. But if there's not, this is one of these things where people pretend to be babies. And are we supposed to respect that? Like, are we supposed to respect the people who are pretending to be cats, like furries? Because there are people who live that life. In fact, a school near me, I heard this from a lady I was talking to, recently her child goes there, they recently the kids petitioned to have litter boxes in the fucking school toilets. That is real. That is not a fucking crazy conspiracy theory. That's real. And I think this is what's going on here too. This is someone pretending that they're a child, and it's like, what is it? What does it mean?
That good. Won't get it again. But okay. And I got water, so I'm hydrated. And I think that's all for today. I love you, I love you, I love you.
I think TikTok will be the downfall of Western civilization. But also, if this person identifies as a 5-year-old, should we not respect that? Shouldn't we? I think we should. Okay, here's a stop normalizing being unhealthy. I imagine this is a plus size lady. Okay, let's have a look.
I've said it before, and I'll say it a million fucking times. I am not normalizing or glorifying obesity or being unhealthy by existing in a fat body. I have been in eating disorder recovery for 5 years. Of course I've gained weight. There's nothing wrong with that. This is the healthiest my body has ever been.
Okay,
Shut the
that's
fuck
great.
up.
Let's have a look. Eating disorder recovery.
There's nothing wrong with my body. Fat is not a dirty word.
She's not huge. The underarm hair makes me want to fucking jump off a bridge. eating disorders are very, very dangerous. And it's amazing what can happen when the brain tells you that food is the enemy. And yeah, there is a part of losing weight that people can fall down where they starve themselves. It's called intermittent fasting. It's actually really good for you. We eat way too much. We eat more than we need to. You should, I'm not a doctor, but this is what I do. Well, not at the moment. I'm a fat pig at the moment. I'm trying to put on a bit of fucking oof. Anyway, here's what you can do if you want to. Don't eat. Have your last bit of food at night time at like 8 o'clock, and then don't eat the next day until 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Intermittent fasting is amazing. It's very good for you. I've seen this. This was really popular a couple of weeks ago. This lady is basically trying on an engagement ring, and she's seeing all the horrible things that's going to happen to her if she gets married. She's going to have kids, fold the laundry, wash up, all this shit. It's going to be way too tough. What a horrible life. I'm not doing that. And this is a real popular trend right now where young women really don't want to get married. And they don't want to have children because they know that when that happens, they're going to be forced into this basically slave labor lifestyle. But that doesn't have to be the case. And here's the thing, what a lot of people really don't realize is if your life is like that, that's your fault. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but you chose your partner. You chose them. You need to choose better. You need to be absolutely fucking sure when you marry someone or have kids with them that they are someone that you can really get along with. Like, they need to be your best friend. They need to help you with everything in your life. You need to do everything 50-50. Now, I can speak to this. I have this in my relationship. I'm extremely, extremely lucky. But we got to know each other for years and years. We lived together for years, and we really understood the person that each other are. But if you get married really early on, or to some dickhead who, can't, if he's a bloke and he can't let go of the boys, and every weekend's got to be about the boys, mate, fucking grow up. You're still hanging out with your mates, of course. But you got to fucking put your house in order. Don't leave it up to your missus. Not only is that unfair, that's disrespectful. Don't be a Also, ladies, choose better, for fuck's sake.
I am a 40-year-old transgender lesbian. I dare you to try and stop me from going into a women's bathroom.
Hang on, is this person trying to show their villain arc? Are they trying to get a role in the next Batman as the Joker? Are they trying to replace Heath Ledger?
I dare you to try and stop me.
You just try and stop me. What a strange statement to make.
This is a call to action. You need to arm up. Plain and simple.
Like, are you Thanos? What's going on here?
Time to act is now. I do not fear Christians. I do not fear conservatives. I do not fear evangelicals. And I do not fear...
Who do you fear? Is it the Buddhists? I bet it is the Buddhists. You always gotta be careful of the quiet ones.
You're gonna know what fear actually feels like. There are lots of people like me who are not afraid to die. You've been warned.
Jesus Christ! Well, everyone has been warned. Whoever this is fucking coming for you. And they're gonna walk into the bathroom and do a shit, I guess. Is that what they're threatening here? Dropping a big old deuce? Dropping a big old bomb on the porcelain throne? Fucked if I know, but it is very interesting to see those threats flow through. My God. Okay. I'm gonna take the music out. Is she a bee? She's gonna be a... Makeup is outrageous. The fact that you can cover up your beard as a woman with makeup should tell you that you are living a life of lies. Lies and deceit. Poor men. No one says this enough, but poor men. We have to wake up every day looking like shit. Sometimes I walk into my studio to film and I got my psoriasis is flaring up over here. I got a big pimple up my ass over here, and I just have to film because that's what I look like. Ladies like this, let's just watch the start of this again. You're playing dress-ups every day. You're playing dress-ups every day. Fuck you. To the moon.
This guy is literally like 5'2".
Thanks for joining me, Tom.
Yeah.
How's your day been? I live in Bondi.
So I live in Bronte.
Ah,
so not very far
next
away.
door.
Yeah.
Nice. PT at 6 a.m. I do ice baths to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
So how often do you do that ice bath?
Every day. All warm.
For the purpose of?
So keeping integrity. So have you heard of Joe Rogan? The reason he does it is to control his inner bitch. And I've got a little loud inner bitch that needs to be controlled. I do a bit of breath work.
Okay, I remember why I saved this video and thought it would be good for this particular one. The comments. Because he mentions Joe Rogan, he mentions breath work, he mentions a lot of different things in here. But the comment section on this particular page is a great example of the shit that people genuinely believe. And the fact that there are people out there that think like this should horrify all of us. Here's what I'm talking about. Joe Rogan, big cross. Ice baths, big cross. Breathwork, big cross. These are all red flags. Bondi, okay, maybe. But keeping integrity, big red flag. In what world is any of those things a red flag? Like, I know the guy sounded a bit ridiculous in the video, but guys will literally do anything except going to therapy. Maybe he is going to therapy. Going to therapy is important for a lot of people. But just because he does those type of things, does that mean that he's a bad person? Fruity Tati, I'm sorry, ice bath is an instant red flag. Massive ick. Mate, you do understand that immersing yourself in freezing cold water in an ice bath has an enormous amount of extremely well-researched, evidence-based health benefits. It's the same with sauna. You can actually live longer by doing these things. Reduce inflammation. Be a better version of yourself because you have the mental fortitude to go through horrible things, things that suck. And all of these people, I guarantee you, all of these fucking whingers in the comment section take the path of least resistance every day. And doing things like an ice bath is not the path of least resistance. It sucks. And making yourself do it every day is fucking hard. Mentioned Joe Rogan. Check, please. Why? One example, please. One example, and I'll fucking argue that to the end of time. You have no genuine reason for disliking someone like Joe other than the fact that you heard that some chick on Instagram doesn't like him. That's what you're basing it on. What part of Rogan do you not like?
Disgusting. I just went through the Taco Bell drive-thru because I'm a whore for Taco Bell. And do you know how they greeted me? They said, "Hello, ma'am." And then after handing me my food, said, "Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day." Bitch, what about me says ma'am?
Your vagina.
The thing that gets me about the anti-trans conservative rhetoric around like puberty blockers for trans kids.
I guarantee you this person's done no research into any of these pharmaceuticals, but okay. Put it out on TikTok. Who gives a shit?
Being mutilated or weren't being like coerced, they would be the #1 advocates for puberty blockers. Not only because they're empirically supported and because they were developed for cisgender people.
They were developed for cisgender people for things like early puberty. And like a little girl starts having her period way too early, they put them on these types of things to delay them. Now, what's the long-term effect on that? I don't know off the top of my head. I guarantee you this person doesn't either. But that is in a very, very unique situation. And should we be doing that to every child who thinks that they happen to be a different gender just because they think that? Of course not. And that is the problem with giving people pharmaceuticals based on a thought that they have, particularly at a young age.
Because they would realize that forcing somebody to go through a puberty with a dominant hormone that is misaligned with your actual gender.
A dominant hormone which is misaligned with how you feel. Do we see the difference here? If your body is saying, no, this is obviously what you are, and you feel differently. It's a feeling. I know it's a tough situation and a tough thing to talk about, but just because you feel something doesn't mean you are, right? Right? And I just cannot wrap my head around the idea that you would give your child something to stop them going through a natural process just because they sort of think that they feel a little bit different to how regular people feel.
That would be, by their terms, mutilation. Because imagine if we sat a bunch of 13-year-old cisgender boys around and we were like, "Hey boys, we know that you're boys. And we know that you've been boys as long as you've been alive, and it's very clear to us that you are boys, but we just want to be so sure. So we're actually going to make you go through estrogen-based puberty instead. So that way, like, when you get to the end of that road and you're 18, you can decide if you still wanted to be that boy."
What you're trying to get across here is making someone go through natural puberty when they feel like they're a different gender is like having a 13-year-old boy who knows he's a boy, thinks he's a boy, acts like a boy, whatever, and then putting him through female puberty just to make sure that he's a boy. What you're missing is you're interrupting everything that's natural here, everything that everybody goes through, and you're doing that with chemicals. That's what's dangerous. That's what can cause many issues down the line, like infertility. That's just one of them, but there are many. And no one wants to talk about that, but that's a serious issue. I think perhaps some people do need this treatment, but not everyone. And it shouldn't be promoted like this on fucking TikTok. Because who uses TikTok? Kids. It's all young kids. And this is why these echo chambers of these people feeling this way grow and grow and grow. And that's why we see from data all over the world and all over the Western world, of the number of people identifying as different genders to what they were born increasing dramatically. Grown man acts out diaper fetish in public. I have no problem with this. In fact, I would encourage you all to do exactly what this person's doing. Anyway,
I'm gonna be really honest.
please
There's
do.
a lot of really fat-phobic people out there.
I like your beard.
Even in the queer community, I was a go-go dancer
my
at a pride
God.
party, and the amount of money that I made versus the amount of money that the thin people made was not the same.
I can't imagine why.
Sometimes people don't even feel comfortable like putting the money in my underwear.
Imagine this is what you complain about.
Awkward with like, should I touch you? Should I? And I see them fully touching other people.
People aren't attracted to giant fat people. Sorry, they're not. Picture this. You're walking along a road, if you can walk, and you see two dogs. One dog, morbidly obese. The other dog, not morbidly obese. You're going to look at the morbidly obese dog and go, oh, that doesn't look good. Probably shouldn't feed that dog as much. But you're telling us that we should look at that morbidly obese dog and go, wow, you look great. Oh my God. Wow, let me put some fucking money in your underwear. No. Fat dogs. Don't worry, you know what I'm saying.
So those are little reminders that people still have a lot of work to do around their fat phobia.
You have a lot of work to do around your own body. Don't blame other people, love. Here is a transgender young man who has experienced male privilege.
All right, I'm gonna piss some people off, but here's some ways that male privilege exists because I've experienced it. Number one, this is my finger. I can get an Uber home at any time of night, and I really don't have to be that worried about it.
You should be a little bit worried. You look about 5 foot tall.
Number two, I can walk around pretty much anywhere late at night, and
Again, 5 foot tall, mate. You look like a fucking twig.
so don't have to worry about it. When I assert my opinion and I'm firm about it, I'm seen as strong and powerful.
I bet you're not.
When women do the same thing, they're seen as rude and bitchy.
You gonna be
When I was still seen as a girl, if I would go to interact in groups of men, I could almost always guarantee that one of them would look at my chest.
Yeah, tits. Duh.
And objectify me, and it made me feel uncomfortable, and that never happens to me now.
Fucking Are You Okay Day is for you. That's who it's for.
Just because I'm fat, that doesn't invalidate the things that I say.
Yes, it does. That was the end of the video. Is that all you uploaded? Okay, cool. Good chat.
You're overweight, like just work out. But my sister brought up a really like mind-blowing point. When you're being fat phobic, you're also being a little bit classist.
No, you're not. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say that fat people, often if they're poorer people, because very few people are rich at the moment, they can't afford healthy food. It's not about healthy food, to be honest. It's more about calorie-dense food when it comes to weight. And the reason you're eating so many calories is because you want to eat so many calories, and that's why you put weight on. So fuck the rest of your video, mate. One more video, and then we're fucking done. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do.
Is it possible to be racist against white people?
Yes.
What would you say?
I don't really think so.
Why, babe? Why?
It's a race.
Yeah, why not?
I guess so.
Because if you're
You're wearing socks with your slides there, babe. Fucking your opinion doth not matter.
biased towards any race, that's just wrong.
Let me ask you this, what's the definition of racism?
Not liking someone based on their skin color or their origin. Oh, it's raining.
Yes, that's Gen Z for you, ladies and gentlemen. These people vote. Let's remember that. Any sort of racism is not okay. That is the fucking point of this video. But people like her have been indoctrinated into this way of thinking where basically they spout a definition, and yet when what is happening to someone fits that definition, they go, no, you're white, so racism can't be done towards you because systemically you've always been the mean people, when in reality, every single colour, every single shade of fucking whatever has been pieces of shit throughout history. That is the truth of it.
Are all white people racist?
This phrasing comes across a lot.
100%. How can you be a white South African and not be racist?
South Africa has a really weird history. And now you have these whole factions amongst black South Africans saying that we need to kill the Boer, the farmer, the white man, and then there's some white people over there who are obviously quite racist. We've seen documentaries about those people. And then there's people who deny that a lot of farmers are being killed by rebels and militants, and it's like that's a conspiracy theory to some people, but then you see it reported. I don't know what the fuck's happening over there. Let me know if you know what's going on over in South Africa, because it's a fucking mess.
Necessarily consciously think that black people are inferior. I mean that there is just no way that you could have been born into this society without internalizing racist assumptions.
I think everyone's a little bit racist, and I mean that in like not a bad racist. And I know that sounds like a crazy thing to say, but everyone seems to feel more comfortable around people that look like them or act like them. And it's the same for like even little things like what sport you play or what particular gaming console you use. Those sort of define who we hang around with or who we spend time with. And it can be said for race as well. I think that if you are a black person and you saw a group of white people walking down the street, you might be like, oh shit, this is dangerous. And if you're a white person, you might think exactly the opposite. With black people coming there. It just so happens that we feel safer around people who look like us or act like us. And that's probably from thousands of years of any time someone turns up on our shores who doesn't look like us, we all got killed. It's the same for Aboriginal people here in Australia. It's the same for people in England when the Vikings turned up, even though they sort of looked like them, but they had big dreadlocks and probably bigger cocks, because those people are fucking giant. My point is, when people don't look like you, you feel a little bit inferior and strange and different. We have learnt over time that that's not the way to act, but it still lives in us inherently, unfortunately. This is what I was talking about. This is the kill the Boer thing. This is in South Africa. This is weird. During a rally, South African 100,000 militants from the far left party EFF chant kill the Boer, which translates to kill the white farmer.
The Boer! The farmer! Brr, pa! Pa! Brr, pa! Pa! Attention!
Can anyone explain, am I wrong in suggesting that that's pretty fucking fucked up? Am I missing something? Am I missing context? I don't know.
White people have had their moment. For many,
But see, isn't that a crazy?
moment.
Isn't that?
What do you mean white people have had their moment? People are born white every day. People are born black every day. Let people have their moments whenever they happen.
Dolph, isn't that a crazy statement? White people have had their moment.
It's a crazy statement to some people.
To most people. It's the same when they say that, you know, men have had their moment and straight people have had their moment. Mate, who cares what you are? Who gives a flying fuck what you are? What you look like, what you smell like, who cares? Just be a good person and that should do it, right? But apparently not on TikTok.
I imagine a lot of people think that statement is crazy, but I think if you want to move forward, you have to be a little extreme.
Fight racism with racism. Never truer word was spoken.
You have to push the bar.
But doesn't saying white people have had their moment, doesn't that imply that white people now need to take a back seat?
100% that is exactly what I mean. White people need to take a back seat.
I think whenever you can replace one race that someone's talking about with another race and it be racist or it be really horrible, I think it's inherently racist. Like, for example, if I said, hey, black people have been way too good at basketball for too long, time for them to take a back seat. Black people have been taken over rap and hip hop for way too long. They need to take a back seat and let us whiteys finally have some representation other than fucking Eminem.
That's crazy though. Isn't that racist saying that?
Nope.
Yes, it fucking is. Who are you?
What if I said black people need to take a back seat?
Nope.
That's not racist?
Well, that's not what is happening. Black people have had the back seat.
No,
they
but
haven't even been in the car for the last...
That's a good one.
Yeah, you have. Mate, shit was rough for people who didn't look like me for a long time, and that's fucked. But we live in 2023. That's when I'm making this video. You have it really good. We all have it really good. Shut up.
All white people are racist. Every single last one of them, all of them are racist. You uphold a system of racism by literally just being white.
You have terrible taste in everything. Fuck you to the moon. This is Claire Kyle. Woke up to my sister being the biggest disappointment I've ever seen. Look at the colour of the arm wrapped around my sister. My poor sis laid up with a pasty in my fucking house. She's white. What is this? I'm so confused. Okay, I'm inconsolable. How many white classmates does she have? My sis still letting all of Europe take turns on her. This is a disappointment I feel right now. Our parents have raised us better than this. This girl spent all of her dreary now laid up with a white. Yes, my classmate matters here, just FYI. The guy in the black truck, yep, he white, all of them are. Why the obsession? I don't understand the obsession with colour.
So,
Oh?
y'all already know why I'm having a bad day.
Ooh, you're in trouble.
My sister's a cave dweller smasher.
A cave dweller smasher? Is that what you said? Oh my God!
In my house? On this land? I just want to let y'all know that I'm about to do everything in my power to fuck this relationship up. And it's gonna be so
fucking psycho. If that was your sister, wouldn't you see that on Twitter and just go, fuck, they should have aborted that fucking thing?
They were so racist, we was the only black people there.
Okay. So they were so racist with only black people there. They were so racist, but anyway. Maybe, just maybe, this family, and maybe they are racist, maybe they're pieces of shit, but maybe they're getting out of the pool because you're shaking your ass on camera with young children behind
So
you.
racist, we was the only black people there.
But like, why the fuck are you filming me? I'm on holidays. Leave me alone.
We own this land to the exclusivity of all others, which comes under federal native title.
Okay, hang on. What is this? This is from a TikTok account saying no to the Voice 23. So this is about the Australian referendum that's coming up. This is coming to a town near you.
You might not like it, but
Puna, Queensland.
you don't own the land, we do. Get off it, please. Off our land. Off our land. Your mother came. Off our land. Your mother. Off my land.
What? Is this her house? What is this?
Nanyambana. Shua. Dauda Mangabanya.
Native title exclusive rights, not non-exclusive, exclusive. We might put up a great big fence and cut all of your views.
Oh, so it's their houses and their backyard, and they're saying that it's native title. And because they're Aboriginal, they have native title over that land.
Yeah, you laugh or you like, go Google some shit and educate yourself. Exclusive native title right to the exclusivity of all others.
Vote no.
So I wonder if they've just been like hanging out there by the I don't know, wetlands or pond or river or whatever fucking is, and these people have got the shits that they're there, and maybe this is why this argument started. I think they should be allowed to do that because it's everyone's land, right? But to throw out there that this is native title, it's a bit of a rough one because I would feel that these houses are so, maybe I'm wrong. If it was someone in my backyard, I'd be like, hey, can you fuck off? Like, I don't want you here. Get out. I don't care what colour skin you are. Just fucking get away from my house. Very interesting.
Vote no.
You could have done better with the advertising, but all right.
How racist are you?
Between a 3 and 4?
Okay.
Racist?
Actually, black people do not have the structural power in the United States to be racist.
How racist are you on a scale from 1 to 10?
I'd like to say 10.
Shit. All right, love. Calm down. Breathe.
Can you be racist to white people?
No.
Why not?
Listen, educate yourself on racism. You cannot be racist to white people.
All right. Racism. I misspelt it. Define. Prejudice or discrimination or antagonism by an individual, community or institution against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalised. So it's typically about people who have been marginalised, but it's anyone, right? Typically it's about those people, but it could be anyone. Just going off that definition there, the first one that comes up, oh, it's one from the Human Rights Commission. That's interesting. That's the people who are fucking coming after me. Haven't heard from you for a while. Let me know what's going on, please. I don't know, am I crazy for saying that any racism is bad? Probably.
If you look it up, you'll understand. Cracker.
That's racist?
It's not racist, there's a difference.
If it was the other way around, then I'm racist.
Yes, because who was enslaved?
Why are we throwing it back that far?
Who was enslaved?
But everyone was enslaved at one point. Was it North Africa? White people were enslaved by Middle Eastern people. From The Guardian here, slavery wasn't only for Africans. North Africa pirates abducted and enslaved more than 1 million Europeans during 1530 and 1780 in a series of raids. So who can be racist to who? This is the point. You have to allow it to everyone, and you don't just fucking narrow it down by race, because that is inherently racist.
You make white jokes?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've been guilty of it.
I don't
Nothing
think
wrong
it's
with white
possible
jokes.
to be racist towards white people.
You're an idiot.
Invented by white people? Why do you think
You're
it's
an
more
idiot.
accepted in society?
Well, racism was definitely not invented by white people. Maybe it was popularized, but it was definitely not invented by them.
To make jokes about white people.
Because they make jokes about the rest of us.
Yeah, so you should be able to make jokes about everybody.
White people have never gone through any oppression.
Do I need to go back to what I just said before?
I do sometimes! A little.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Make as many white jokes as you want. No one cares.
A little bit, but I'm trying to do better.
No, you don't have to do better. Make jokes about people, about their skin color, where they're from. Who cares? That's what people make jokes about. What matters is intent. That's all that matters.
Because over the last few years, there's a growing movement where we're telling white people not only to ignore, but to accept things that we would never say to another race.
Too many white people in here, and this is a space for people of color.
Women.
And if progress is the goal, then we must acknowledge inconsistencies and call out the double standards.
Bro, you make fun of white people all the time.
Not a whitey. I mean,
racism is bad no matter who it's against. That's the moral of this story.
What about me isn't dateable for a white woman?
Your genetics.
What about it?
Black people have, it's not just skin color.
Okay,
They
what
have
is it?
lower IQ.
No, you know what? I actually agree with this bloke. White women shouldn't date black people because black dicks are far too big and those white pussies just cannot handle them. High five. BBC's right back at you. No, date whoever you fucking want. Who cares?
Black people not only never developed an advanced civilization, they can't maintain one.
What is 12 times 7?
See, this is a racist piece of shit. This is what I'm talking about.
84!
That would be...
84.
I didn't say all black people. I said on...
What do you rate yourself 1 to 10?
Oh, I ain't high on the looks, but that's okay.
Can I act like your dog is the woman?
It's a happy dog.
Oh, go ahead and give
All
him
right.
a kiss if you want.
Bet. What's the dog name? No!
The dog's name is Boomer, and these are two racist boomers. That's hilarious.
Whoa.
What is she doing?
And the way you're wearing your pants would turn a lot of us white women off.
Damn, yo, you got the Megan knees.
Bro, what is
I got Jordans on, man.
We'll pull up your britches and
Brad.
What the fuck is going on in this video? Next video, Cocomelon is racist. What animal am I? G'day, The Rock. Cocomelon is a show for kids, and it is way too bright and vibrant. I've seen it on the TV. It's fucking full on. Like, we didn't have that when we were kids, and I think it's going to fuck up a whole generation. Anyway, moving on. He's not a whale, no. Not a clam.
Can we have another clue? A monkey. It's a monkey.
Nope.
These are the most racist countries in the world.
Okay, let's figure out what the most racist countries are. It's going to be America, Australia, and the UK. Let's do it.
There's South Korea.
South Korea?
South Africa.
South Africa, that makes sense.
Palestine.
Palestine, that makes sense.
Kuwait.
Kuwait, really?
Philippines.
Really?
Egypt.
Okay, it must be like some Western
Libya.
countries now. Libya,
Bahrain.
Australia,
Lebanon. And India. What do you guys
India's
think?
the most racist. Well, I'm saddened by that. India, shame on you. The White Australia policy. No, see, this is the fucking... The history between White Australia and Aboriginal Australia is just horrendous. What the Australian government tried to do was assimilate Indigenous people and Indigenous culture into white culture. They basically wanted to steal their culture and say, no, you're not allowed to have that, have ours instead, which is heinous and horrendous. And that's where the stolen generation comes from. Our government actually went in and took kids and put them with white people. That's fucked. Like, people lost culture, lost relatives, lost family, the whole thing. And this is like why I got in so much shit when I made a joke about the stolen generation. But I understand that it's horrifying and horrific, and I've heard the stories, I've heard about genocides, I've heard about all this horrible shit. But the difference is that I understand that, I take that on board, but I still make jokes about it because I make jokes about everything. The White Australia policy was disgraceful, and it still affects Aboriginal people today. I do believe that. I don't know, I want an Australia where we all get along, we all understand each other, and we all care about each other. That's all I really want.
I think it's a little bit late for that. I think we should take Asians in. I don't think we can expect to keep Australia white forever.
Australia white forever.
Well, I shouldn't think, because the coloured races, when they get into a white country, then they want to intermarry, and I don't
Yeah, it's fucking white pussy, bro.
think it's fair on the children.
Come on.
And I don't think at all that they should allow coloured races into Australia.
Pauline Hanson's been around for a while, that's nice.
Policy, well, I think you have to live in a country with colours before you can decide upon it.
People here don't live with Aboriginals, do they? But in New York, they live side by side with cultures. I come from New York.
The point of me showing you this at the end of this video is just to say that we are heading back towards shit like that. But the roles have obviously reversed. And now it's team everyone against white people. It's not good. All it does is segregate people and divide us. And that's awful. We don't need that. We don't want that. That takes us back. We just need to somehow understand that everybody is exactly the fucking same, and some people have more melanin than someone else. Everyone's got great culture and everyone can be, happy where they came from, all that shit. But fuck off if you're going to judge people by the colour of their skin. That's fucking garbage.
Watch this.
Now, he's standing right up to show me how big he is.
Right, so this is actually something that we learn here in Australia when we're in the first 2 or 3 years of school. We learn how to survive a fight against a kangaroo. Now, kangaroos, they're everywhere in Australia. Like this morning, I went down to my letterbox to grab some of the mail, and I saw at least 73 kangaroos. They're everywhere. You know how they have Skid Row in LA? Well, here in Australia, we have something very similar, but with kangaroos. We call it something about pouches. They yell at you, you gotta bounce. I don't know, I can't think of anything funny. But yeah, kangaroos are fucking dangerous. I don't know if you've seen the video where the dude punches the kangaroo. I'm sure you've seen it. Here it is.
You're not filming, are you? Let it go, Tonks, let's go. The other dog's coming.
Now, a lot of people say that that's a bit rude to do to that kangaroo, but what you don't know is kangaroos have these very sharp claws and they will fucking gut your dog if they get a hold of it. So, so if you come to Australia, when you leave the airport, there's like a cage that you walk through where all the kangaroos try to get all the immigrants, So yeah, just be careful when you come in.
You'll lean right back and you use that tail as a spring and he'll come forward.
Yep. This is actually one of the kangaroos Dana White signed at the UFC.
And here, well, you can see.
They're actually big too.
No, stop. Come on, calm down.
You were shaping up to him, mate. Why are you telling him to calm down? You're the one there going, ooh-sah.
I'm going to go down.
I think he's going down to suck him off here.
And that is the end of the conflict.
It's a shame that's the end of the video because the last 3 seconds are very interesting.
Yeah, I resisted because I'm the
what's going on here?
Of the line, mate. Because you drink driving for a start. I want me fucking Happy Meal.
There's a man being arrested at a McDonald's in Australia, what is known as a Macca's here. That's what we call McDonald's. And he's being arrested for drink driving. I will assume by zooming that he is from this vehicle here. This must be his beautiful partner filming him. It's in Queensland by those number plates, I think.
Fuck, I went at the front of the line, mate.
Because you drink driving for
I want me fucking Happy Meal.
Alright,
so he's drink driving, so that's not good. Don't do that, kids. It's a good attitude, because if that was any other country, he would either, number one, he would scream that it was police violence, or number two, he would be violent towards the police. But in Australia, I think once the coppers get us, we're just like, all right, fair enough, just let me get me fucking cheeseburger Happy Meal. Just let me get me toy, mate, that's all I need. It's not a good thing that he's drink driving, but at least he was being responsible with what he was eating. Cheeseburgers are delicious. That's the lesson here, kids. That's the lesson. More cops. Possibly the same McDonald's. Okay, that's great policing. He's put a McDonald's fries container on top of someone's shoulder who has passed out drunk. I will go out on a limb and say this. That is why Australian police are better than any other police in the world. Because they will do the hard yards. They'll fight the criminals. But they'll also have a laugh and put fucking, trash on people's bodies when they've passed out drunk.
Now an entire Chinese banquet is just a phone call away. Diamond Chopsticks, Sydney's first Chinese home delivery service, will bring your order to your door in around half an hour.
Diamond Chopsticks.
526 444.
Diamond Chopsticks.
We deliver to your door.
Diamond Chopsticks.
526 444.
Diamond Chopsticks.
Try it, you'll be back for more. Phone 526 444 for delivery anywhere in Sydney. Diamond Chopsticks. You ring, we bring. Ha!
You ring, we bring. Ha! I'm going to go out on a limb and say that wasn't an actual Chinese man doing that voice. It's okay to do Irish accents, but when it's... some people may say that that's a little bit racially insensitive because he's taking the job from the Chinese man who wants to do that voiceover work. Let's listen to it a little bit again.
Now an entire Chinese banquet is just a phone call away. Diamond Chopsticks, Sydney's first Chinese home delivery service, will bring an order to your door.
The first home delivery service. Now this is innovative.
Half an hour.
Diamond Chopsticks.
126 444.
Diamond Chopsticks.
Imagine if they brought that back on the TV now. I think it would actually work really well. To get people talking, that's for sure.
On 4 Mile Beach, 2 Queensland police officers dressed as joggers crash tackle Foster into the golden sand to arrest him on multiple fraud and money laundering charges.
Okay, he's a bad dude. But
this arrest marks another sensational
that's hilarious.
chapter
Imagine
in the
just
life
some
and
fucking
crime
joggers just
of
tackling you on the
57-year-old
beach.
Pete
There's like barely anyone else on the beach. This massive long beach, and some joggers just smash you.
who has been doggedly
You get
pursued for the
CTE
last
from these
decade
joggers tackling you.
by fraud investigator Ken Gamble.
Let's replay that, but with my amazing impression of rugby league commentator Ray Warren. Here goes Peter Foster, ladies and gentlemen, just walking his dog, minding his business, and then here comes some joggers. They've made a bit of a change in direction. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, they've hit him with everything in the kitchen sink. Marvellous.
What's up with Aussies?
Hey. We can't play that music, copyright reasons, but let's mute it and continue. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I love walking around in no shoes. In fact, I'm not wearing shoes at the moment, so please feel free to jerk off if that's what it fucking provides you with, some stimulation. I think it's good. It's nice to walk. We are human beings. We are designed to walk around barefoot. And if you can't deal with that because you're a fucking foreigner, you come over to this country from fucking Canada with your cold weather and your fucking frozen toes, you can suck me off, you fucking sooks. Who gives a shit if people aren't wearing shoes?
Hey, Toon, where the fuck's my order?
Fucking hell, fucking order. Fuck me, you dead. I'm fucking nearly died. Fuck you.
That's actually, it looks like a fish and chip shop or something like that here in Australia. A lot of people, Asian migrants, will work in fish and chip shops. They work a lot in, food and the culinary industry. They're very good at it. But that is unfortunately one of the things that's come along with Asian people moving into Australia and working in those jobs is they've taken on the Australian tradie dialect, meaning people who work, carpenters, plumbers, and they basically greet people by saying, "G'day, fuck you to the moon, fuck," which is interesting, but at least they're becoming a part of the culture.
My question for y'all is, what is the biggest problem in Australia that you think?
Well, that's an easy one, because Aussies are racist as fuck.
Just like the first stolen generation, where a lot of children were taken because it was for their well-being.
Yeah, the stolen generation is a horrible part of Australia's history, where the white government went in and took Aboriginal kids from their families to give them to white families. It's fucking horrible, and some of those people still are with us today. It wasn't that long ago. But I'm wondering where he's going to go with this. St. Brian James.
For their well-being, we need to do it again, perhaps.
The Alma twins come from a mixed-race family in the UK. Maria has taken after her half-Jamaican mum with dark skin and brown eyes and curly dark hair. But Lucy got her dad's fair skin. Good on her.
I mean, it's a weird thing to say. But when I was in America just the other week, I saw a Mexican dude with brown pride, a T-shirt on. So I guess you're allowed to be proud of your race unless you're white. That's...
What's wrong with Hong Kong? Why did you come to this country? This is our country. Sue Wilkins is...
Okay, so this Brian St. James, whatever his fucking name is, has just made a clip of all the racist things that you can find on YouTube of people saying. 2 sisters in Australia were spat at in an anti-Asian coronavirus-related incident. Well, that's fucked up. Is that really racism, or is that just a schizophrenic person kicking people?
I would also hope the Senate does the right thing and acknowledges it is indeed okay to be white.
Is that all really quality and clear evidence that Australia is racist, or that a few people in Australia are racist? Come on, mate. You're a bit full of shit.
Can I get your best Australian accent?
Well, this would be good. Kids with Australian accents. They've got, I guess that's a yarmulke on, if I'm wrong.
It's Shay Bongity if you want, mate. It's Shay.
Oh, Shay, mate. Got some nice TNs on there, bro.
It's Shay.
Get your best Australian accent, bro.
The fuck was that? What is wrong with children?
Miss Shay, that. Oh, yeah, Shay.
Is your possum an Eshay?
Yeah, he's an Eshay possum.
I fucking hate the youth. I hate them.
How was your night, Charlie?
Oh yeah, pretty good. I got pretty off my face and walked home and got arrested. You 7 News?
Yeah, fuck you, 7 News.
I don't give a I didn't do so up.
Do you remember anything that happened last night?
Yes, I remember everything. Walking home and I get arrested for something I didn't do.
Why were you in the park?
Look for lost property. I lost the other day. They got stolen
he was
off
in the
me.
park looking for lost property. I've done that. We've all been
They
there.
got stolen off me.
What did you lose?
What did you lose? The reporter asks, and he says,
Your mum. What else did I?
your mum's fucking pussy.
Yeah, I've been in the watch house for what? 20 hours. Yeah, I'm off my head.
So you've sobered up last night?
I wasn't even off my head last night, you special.
So you don't think there's a reason why police arrested you?
Oh, not really. Only because I had 50 Xanax on me.
What were you going to do with the Xanax?
What does it look like? Munch
all
on them,
logical
mate.
responses thus far.
So you're not munching on them now?
Oh, yeah, hold on, give me a second, eh? No.
I feel like there's a lot more to that story, but that's all we've got. That guy actually is now our Prime Minister, and he's doing a great job. He's still looking for that lost property, but I really believe in him. I think he will change this country for the better. You know, he's cleaned up his act a little bit. He doesn't spend all his time in the park looking for lost property. He's now, you know, gets out there into the community and helps everyone look for lost property. What a beautiful man.
Free Jared Hayne! Free Jared Hayne!
Doors closing.
Free
Please stand
Jared
clear.
Hayne! Free Jared Hayne!
She's saying free Jared Hayne. Jared Hayne's in jail for rape. He was a footballer here in this country and he's in jail for rape. This is the hill this lady wants to die on a train.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
Woo! Free Jared Hayne!
People here are obviously watching exactly what's happened.
Okay. Another reporter, burning building, intense flames and smoke, wall collapses. This is breaking news. Let's see what, how the normal Australian person responds to some reporter questions.
What do you think about what's happening behind you?
I think it's on fire.
Yeah, that's a very good observation. Might move on to somebody else.
Fuck you, mate, with your stupid fucking head. What a cockhead. All right, last one.
Like I said, that's how come I put my last phone into a coma and Apple could not even wake it up because I put too much information into it, it couldn't think no more. So I'm the first person who ever in the world to put my iPhone into a coma and it went to sleep and never woke up again.
That's that kid from before with the Xanax for sure.
And Apple is absolutely shocked. They said, we don't know. We can't fix it. It's asleep. It won't wake up. You put it into a coma. You're the first person who's ever done that.
Wow. Maybe this guy's so intelligent he could bring Steve Jobs back from the dead.
We have to give you a brand new phone and replace it.
Did you say a brand new or a brown new?
They even sent it to their technicians, and even the technicians come back and said, we can't wake it up. It died.
Hang on, this guy's got more videos.
That is the key to your front door. That is the key to your padlocks. That is the key to your toolbox. That is the key to your life. That keeps you safe and protected, you and your family. That is the key to your car. That is the key to your boot. That is the key to everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stings. I don't know what the fuck I've just watched. I need to go and have a shower. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the video. Make sure you hit subscribe and check out isaacbutterfield.com for all my tour dates. Check out the second channel that I do with my wife, Little Buttsman, and the Pokemon channel as well. My wife and I also have a podcast called The Mum and Dad Show. It is on Spotify and YouTube. And ladies and gentlemen, we have videos coming out almost every day on this channel. We'll see you very soon. Bye.